Today, we're taking it back to the summer of 1762. Outside of St. Petersburg, Russia, a woman sits on horseback, watching, waiting for the perfect opportunity to overthrow an emperor. An emperor who seemed hell-bent on destroying and undermining the very country he was in charge of ruling. Erratic behavior and unfavorable policy had left Tsar Peter III the most unpopular man in Russia. It was widely understood that something needed to be done about this incompetent, childish leader. They couldn't continue to allow him to go on and become Russia's undoing. And that's where our hero comes in. Admittedly, an unexpected ruler. This foreigner who'd adopted Russia as her sovereign and grown to love it like a motherland, could not allow this to go on. Our hero is deliberate, calculating, commanding. After forging strategic alliances with some of the greatest forces that opposed Peter, our hero was outfitted with everything she needed to pull off one of the greatest military coups Russia had seen up until that point. The leader of the pack, the hero who was going to save Russia no matter the cost, was someone rather unexpected. Someone who was risking it all to overthrow the inept Tsar. Someone who was closer to the throne than anyone at the time could have imagined. His wife of 17 years, Catherine. Marie Antoinette was born into power, but couldn't hold it. Anne Boleyn reached for power, but couldn't sustain it. But Catherine the Great, she was given nothing and became unstoppable. Some women inherit crowns, and some become worthy of wearing them. Catherine the Great wasn't born powerful. She became someone that power couldn't pass by, because the queen archetype isn't just something that you're born with. It's something you become. Hey guys, it's Gata and welcome to my channel. This is my little corner of the internet where I like to sit down and talk about famous figures, psychology, and archetypal patterns, and how we can use that knowledge to create a life we truly love. If that's something that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to subscribe and stick around for a little while. I'd love to have you. Catherine wasn't even Russian. Born a minor German princess, she was pretty far removed from the center of influence. Not particularly powerful, not especially important, not expected to do anything particularly noteworthy. Just another young woman sent away to a foreign land for marriage. She arrived in Russia at just 14 years old. Completely new language, new court, new customs, new rules she didn't yet understand. But unlike Marie Antoinette, Catherine paid attention. She watched, she listened, she learned. She studied the Russian language until it became her own. She studied politics, not as a pastime, but as a strategy. She quietly observed the court around her. Who held influence? Who controlled perception? And who was actually making the decisions? Catherine didn't just assume that power would fall into her lap. She carefully prepared herself for the moment when it crossed her path. She didn't wait for the court to shape her. She shaped herself for it. Her husband, Peter III, was not built for leadership. Erratic, unstable, disconnected from the people that he ruled. The people of Russia all saw it. And so did Catherine, not from an emotional place, but from a strategic one. Where others just saw chaos and dysfunction, she saw an opportunity. After 17 years in their miserable and volatile marriage, Peter III was finally crowned the Russian Tsar. By the time Peter officially took the throne, Catherine was ready. She had built relationships, earned loyalty, understood the system inside and out. So when the moment came, she didn't hesitate. She moved. The coup was calculated, swift, decisive, ruthless. Just like that, Peter was gone, and Catherine placed herself firmly on the throne as the Empress of Russia. And this is where Catherine really shines, because taking power isn't really the hard part. Keeping it is. Catherine didn't just seize power, she stabilized it. She reformed laws, expanded education, and strengthened Russia's global position. She wasn't just powerful, she was a force of nature. Because taking power is one thing, becoming the very essence of it is something else entirely. Catherine didn't just embody one archetype. Instead, she integrated multiple different powerful feminine energies to secure and maintain her control of Russia. The queen, structure, authority, leadership, the sage, intellect, strategy, foresight, and the huntress, decisiveness, action, timing. She wasn't reacting to power. She was evolving with it. Power stayed with her because she became someone who could hold it. Anne Boleyn had influence, but no authority. Marie Antoinette had a crown, but no grounding. Catherine, she built both. She didn't just step into power. She became it. And this is where her story becomes personal to us. Catherine's life reminds us that it doesn't matter as much who's given in power and influence. What really matters is who makes themselves capable of holding on to it. We see this all the time. People stepping into roles they're not ready to sustain, chasing visibility without building substance first. We take on more than our system can handle and then wonder why the whole thing feels unsustainable. Power doesn't stay where it's given. It stays where it can be held. Catherine the Great didn't rise by accident. She built herself deliberately, strategically, patiently, until she had become someone that power simply couldn't pass by. Power doesn't belong to the women who are chosen. It belongs to the women who become. And this message of empowerment holds true for us too. Because when we're intentional about setting up our inner world to support the outer vision that we have for our lives, we all have the potential to become someone great. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you, truly. I love getting to dive deeper into these stories with you. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and let me know down below. I'd also love to hear your guesses about which feminine archetype I'm going to be deep diving into next. I'll give you a little hint. What energy do Marilyn Monroe, Josephine Baker, and Aphrodite have in common? Let me know your guesses. If you'd like a general overview of 7 of the classical feminine archetypes, you can click the video that's on screen now. So I'll catch you over there, or I'll just see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye.